Good morning. So, I just had some book mail, so I thought I would share it with you. Firstly though, I am currently reading You Are Not a Before Picture by Alex Light, and I am loving this. Oh look, it kind of matches my pyjamas. This book, bear in mind I'm like 3 chapters in. I genuinely didn't think that I'd get all that much from it. I wanted to read it, I wanted to support Alex because I absolutely love her Instagram, but I thought, being somebody that has already read quite a bit on diet culture, that this would just kind of reaffirm what I knew. But actually, I think Alex and I are about the same age, and so this feels like it's fully speaking to me. I've just read she's talking about super size versus super skinny, and that used to be one of my absolute favourite TV shows. And it's not till you get a bit older and look back and you're like, probably one of the reasons why I had a lot of issues with food. So yeah, just wanted to mention that here. And then the lovely Bookworm Escapes over on Instagram was selling some books for charity. She was selling them 3 for £7. So I obviously had to go and support the charity. So I picked up Truth Be Told because this is one that was on my anticipated releases last month, I think. Does it say when it's out? I don't know. But it's one that I wanted to read. I almost picked this up in Waterstones the other day. So when I saw it was on her charity sale, had to pick it up. Right now my balancing the books is looking very unbalanced. And then one that I'd already decided on the other two. So one that I just kind of threw in because why not, is The Donut Trap. This has got this really beautiful like matte finish to it, which feels, it just feels nice. And then the one that I really wanted, and I'm probably going to start reading today, is One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. No, I'm not going to start reading it today because I have work at 2:30 and I'm like midway through a lot of other books, so I should probably read them first. But this will be the next Pride read that I pick up. And then I got my rep package from A Book and a Cuppa. Like I've said before, I am a rep for them. So if you want to treat yourself to anything off their site, they don't just do these classic boxes, they do all sorts. So definitely go and check them out. The link will be below. But this is this month's book, and I can't remember what the book is. Oh, it's Mrs. Dalloway. So this tells you all the things that are going to be in it. I never read that, I just like to go in. And then if I can hold this up without spilling it, it all comes beautifully packaged. So let's dive in. Oh, there's always just like loads of things. So firstly, always go down well, is a packet of biscuits. Then we have a rose soap. I can't actually smell that through there, but it's again packaged lovely. Then we have wax melts. Some kind of tea. Let me get my list here. This is flower tea. This is Bird and Blend, chamomile, hibiscus, rose and lavender. Oh, so I'm looking forward to giving that a try. We then have, are these chocolate? They look like chocolate. Chocolate flowers, milk chocolate flowers with a white chocolate centre. Some really cute little stickers. A beautiful little note card. We have some rose and gin bath salts, and then the book always comes like this, so you get a bookmark, and this one says Mrs. Dalloway said she would buy the flowers herself. Now, have any of you seen the film The Hours? I don't think I've actually seen the film, but I just remember back in the day when either videos you had or DVDs that you couldn't like skip, so you had to watch all the trailers. And I remember there was a trailer for The Hours, and one of the characters was reading the book, and she's like, Mrs. Dalloway said she would buy the flowers herself, and then you literally go to like another clip and you've got, I'm sure it's Meryl Streep says, I think I'll buy the flowers myself. And yeah, so now I need to go and watch that. I'm not going to open this right now because I want to take a picture for my Instagram, but it will be the gorgeous Penguin English Library edition. So that's that for this morning. Annoyingly, there is another package at the post office. Well, I say that. I had a slip come through that said that there was 2 packages. Went to collect them yesterday. One was my book and a cuppa, and the other one they couldn't find. So they said to go back today, but I can't because I'm at work. So we're going back in a couple of days' time, and hopefully they'll have found my package. But yeah, I'll see you when I see you.
I see you hide yourself underneath the mountain of makeup. Plus the words that you made up won't make you any cooler than you are. But when you're with me and you're half asleep, and I can count each freckle and see all your beauty that you hide. This ain't usually how you're like. Then you said, don't you be afraid of when your life's gonna end. You should be more worried.
So it is about 7 billion degrees outside. No, actually, what is it actually? Let's see what my phone says. 16 degrees. No way it is hotter than 16 degrees. It feels like I'm sat in the middle of the sun in here. But anyway, just wanted to pop on. I'm going to Dudley today, so just wanted to share a few books that I finished and enjoyed. So I finished Starfell, Willow Moss and the Vanished Kingdom. Can't really tell you much about this one because it's the 3rd in the series, but the whole series has been a 5-star for me so far. It's just full of magic and whimsy and such lessons for the kids, but I think adults will get a lot out of this too. I have said before that if you don't want to support J.K. Turfling, this I think would be a really good substitute for her books. Yeah, so that's that. I then read The Dragon Soceity, which is this gorgeous graphic novel. Again, don't really want to say too much about it other than I loved it. And then for a blog tour, I read Nora Goes Off Script by Annabelle Monaghan. I've just finished this, like literally this morning. I'm on the blog tour for it today, so there's nothing like cutting it fine. But I really enjoyed this book. I'm giving it a 4-star because it did take me a little while to settle into it, but this was a rom-com with a difference. That's all I really want to say. Nora is a script writer and she writes a script after her marriage breakdown, and it's really a release for her. And when the cast come to shoot it, she meets Leo, who is the star of the show, playing her ex-husband, and she gets talking to Naomi, who is playing her in the book, and Naomi says, I just don't understand, you know, why she'd just stand there, why she wouldn't react. And Nora says, well, because if somebody who doesn't want you leaves, then it's no disservice to you, or something along those lines. And I really enjoyed it. I think it's not a debut novel, but it's her first adult romance. She's wrote YA books before, and I would definitely be looking out to see what Annabelle comes up with next because I really enjoyed this. I'm not going to be keeping this one because it's a hardback, so that will be donated soon. I'm going to ask a couple of my friends if they want it first. And then last but not least, I got a bit of book mail today. I got The Getaway from HQ Stories, and I'm going to be on the tour for this soon. All I had to read was One Private Island, 7 Guests, 1 Killer. That is one of my catnips in thrillers. I like closed spaces. I like especially summer holidays gone wrong. I read T.M. Logan's The Holiday a couple of months ago and did enjoy it, but it was a bit middle of the road. So hopefully I get on well with this one. So I am going to go and I'll hopefully take you along with me.
So how is life in Hollywood if all your dreams came true? And how come every time we talk you act like you're too cool? The city of angels has you entangled in a chimera of a dream. How is life in Hollywood for you? Now the tears roll down your eye, you can't hide all this loneliness inside, so you weep and cry by yourself to sleep at night. Now fear consumes your mind. What if I'm not too caught up for this life? Oh, I've never seen you act this way, so I came, booked a one-way to LA, gave up everything, paused my job and changed my name so I could prove to you, hey, what you told me was true. Then you said, don't you be afraid of when your life's gonna end. You should be more worried it'll never begin. So I'll ask, how is life in Hollywood if all your dreams came true? And how come every time we talk you act like you're too cool? The city of angels has you entangled in a chimera of a dream. How is life in Hollywood for you?
I realised that I basically haven't even spoken to camera for the past week. I have been in Dudley, you'll have seen some clips. I did some charity shopping. Looking at the balance in my books, I did a little bit too much charity shopping. I do not think that this is going to balance this month, but it is what it is. It's been an enjoyable but stressful few days, and I don't cope well with the heat anyway. But I got home to some Bookmail that I wanted to share with you, and yeah, I'm back at work today, so I'm going to sit and try and get... I've got a lot of books that I'm like part way through that I think if I just crack on, I'll be able to get some of them finished. But yeah. So the Bookmail I got, firstly, I got one that is not going to count to my balance in the books, and that is The Circus of Wonders by Elizabeth McNeil. This doesn't count because I read and loved this book and wanted my own copy. I obviously don't keep hardbacks, so I passed the hardback on. I don't think I passed it to Victoria. I think she had her own copy. But anyway, I passed it on, and so I've got this beautiful finished copy thanks to Book Break. And then also from Avon Books, I've got Circling Back to You by Julie Chu. And this is Julie Chu, an exciting, new and diverse voice in a contemporary romance, returns with a hilarious and sexy novel about colleagues who decide to take their relationship outside the office. And as I'm sure you're aware, I am on a romance kick at the moment, so hopefully I'll pick this one up soon. But I say that about every book that I get. I am terrible. I am looking around trying to kind of earmark some books that I may unhaul, because yeah, there's gonna have to be some unhauls to balance this month. But yeah, I'll come back to you if I finish any books. I don't know when I'm going to finish this vlog. These are not weekly vlogs at the moment. They're just keep going until I've got enough footage to make a vlog. We are going to Sheffield the week after next, so I might keep this vlog going kind of till the end of next week and then start a new one, but I'll be back when I'm back. Good morning. I am feeling rubbish this morning, absolute rubbish. I have just been in this weird flare for the past couple of days. My stomach is in bits, and last night I had this pain. Put it this way, if I didn't already have my appendix out, I would have been going to the hospital because, oh boy, but heat packs and painkillers seem to sort it out. So I was gonna say I'm feeling a bit better this morning. I'm not in pain this morning, but I feel like death warmed up. I'm really not on my food this morning. I've tried to eat some overnight oats and I just feel just is not the one, and I've got work this afternoon, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Just wanted to share with you some books that I finished. So the first one I finished is The Getaway by Ross Armstrong. I'm going to be on the blog tour for this. This comes out in July, I believe. What do I say about it? I really enjoyed this. I preferred this to The Holiday. I do think that... So basically the premise of this, as it says on the front, 1 private island, 7 guests, 1 killer. I was intrigued all the way through, didn't want to put this down. There were a few diety culture type references, so that knocked it down kind of half a star. This was kind of sitting at about a 4 star, and then the ending just didn't do it for me. I thought that a few of it was a bit far-fetched. However, 3.5 stars, really enjoyed this one, and I would recommend it. I would read this one. It's not going to be up there with like, oh my god, everybody should read this, but if you're looking for a mystery, I liked the kind of Greek island, and you know me, anything set on a Greek island is good in my books. So yeah, 3.5 stars for that one. I also finished Rhiannon Lambert's The Science of Nutrition. Now this book, I mean, it's massive, first of all. I would say if you're really kind of early on in your kind of intuitive eating, rejecting diet culture mindset, this is probably not the one, because I think if you're still in that mindset of having hard and fast rules on food, this may be triggering. But actually, if you're past that, this is a really good guide to kind of, like it says, debunk the diet myths and learn how to eat well for health and happiness. I just think DK publishers do the best books, and yeah, it's a kind of crash course. There's eating for like pregnancy and children touched on in this. I do know Rhiannon Lambert has got a new book specifically for those things if you're into it. So I'm giving this one a 4 star, and yeah, would definitely recommend that, and I'll be hanging on to that one. And then a book that I want to give not just 5 stars but 5 million stars is Alex Light's You Are Not a Before Picture. Now this, I would say that this is an amazing starting point for anyone that's new to kind of rejecting diet culture and things. Alex Light does recognise her privilege in this, but actually as a starting base, I think this book is fantastic. I think some of the body positive, fat liberation books, like I'm currently reading You Have the Right to Remain Fat by Virgie Tovar, which is fantastic. Again, it's probably going to be a 5 star, but it's very much academic, whereas this one I think is pretty accessible to everyone. Like I say, it's a fantastic starting point, and then I think she covers everything in this book, absolutely everything, and also shouts out to other influencers and gives them, for example, Stephanie Yeboah is in here, Tally Rye, and I don't think I'm doing this book justice about how much I loved it, but I think everybody should read this book. And yeah, what else can I say? Everybody should read it. It's fantastic. I've highlighted a lot of things. So it's talking about here body neutrality, and it says it must start with a deliberate and conscious intent to break free from diet culture, and that is what I'm doing. So those are the books that I finished in the past couple of days. I am now going to go and sit in my chair for a bit and just try and get some energy before I start work. Good afternoon. So I was just about to wrap up this vlog and realised that I haven't filmed in a few days. So I've said before on this channel that there are certain things that I can't share here because they're not my story to tell. And over the last couple of weeks, I've had quite a lot of things going on in my head. My anxiety has been up and down, my IBS has been up and down. So we've been a bit all over the place is what I'm trying to say. And I've been journaling. So I picked up this journal off Amazon. I know it looks like a Bible, but it says on the front, I believe that the most beautiful thing is worth waiting and the sweetest fruit needs patience. And I bought this to work through some kind of mental health workbooks and just journal for myself. This isn't going to be shared with anyone. This is just for me. But I wanted to use it to give myself some pointers on what I wanted to talk to you guys about. And so I kind of realised recently that my focus had become once again very jaded, in that I was reading, I'm not sure which book it was because I've read quite a few fat positive books recently, but one of them said something about the way to know if you're still steeped in diet culture is to think, if this health intervention that you're planning meant that your body would get bigger, would you still do it? And obviously my answer straight away was no, which made me think I'm not doing these things for the right reasons. I am getting really into a headspace of diet culture again, which obviously isn't the one. So I've just been kind of trying to get this balance between trying to support my body but also realizing and remembering that I have a chronic illness, so it's not always going to be that simple. It's the thing, like we had that heat wave last week and I don't do well with heat, and it's knowing that on those days it's okay not to work out, because on those days the fact that I have to go to work comes priority, so I have to save my energy for that. But there was something that I wrote in here that I did want to share with you because it just summed up the way I've been feeling about some things. And I wrote, oh, before I do that, I read a book last week called How to Keep House When Drowning. I think I bought it for like 99p on Amazon. I'll leave the link below. I don't know how much it costs at the moment, but that really helped me get out of this headspace of thinking of my house as having to look perfect and having to be a certain way, and actually looking at care tasks that I need to prioritise. And I might do either a video or just put it in a vlog, my bullet journal setup that I am working on at the moment. But anyway, the bit that I just wanted to kind of end this vlog on, because I thought it was quite positive and hopeful, I wrote, when I was in Corfu I laughed a lot, I ate good food, I danced, I sang, I swam. Granted, I had to take a couple of early nights and day naps by the pool, but it was honestly the balance that I need to try and bring into my everyday life. I know that every day can't be a holiday, but I really want to bring back some moments of that holiday. And yeah, I just need to get to a good place again, and I need to do things because they feel good, and not everything has to feel good even. That's what I need to realise. Everything I need to do, I need to think, okay, why am I doing this? Is this supporting where I want to be? I'm gonna think the next few days while I'm in Sheffield of my goals and things, like where I want to be in my life. I don't know what that noise is, but separate from the goals that people say you should have at my age. And yeah, so I'm gonna end that vlog here. I'm hoping that's quite a positive note to end it on, and until next time, look after yourselves. Bye.